Renee Romeo of ReneeRomeo.com, and you're here today to learn how to pack a carry-on. So I'm showing you two different methods. The first method is to pack 1 week's worth of work clothes, and the other method is to pack a week's worth or longer of vacation clothing. So whether you're a man or a woman, this is going to give you all kinds of great packing tips that'll get you out the door fast and get you everything you need while you're away from your home. So the most important part of this entire project is making sure that you have the correct carry-on. And in my case, I have the maximum allowable length, width, and depth that an airline will allow you to use without having to check a bag. So this is perfect. The thing I also love about this, it's one of the least expensive carry-ons you could possibly purchase. And this is available on my website on my shop page if you'd like to get one for yourself. So what I really love about this one, besides the fact that it's inexpensive, is that it has 3 handles. So there are 2 handles here and 1 handle on the top. So no matter whether you're putting your bags up or taking them down, it's really easy and convenient to get to in any configuration that it happens to be on the plane. The other thing that I love about it are the swivel wheels. So the swivel wheels make it really easy for you to maneuver this around an airport and kind of take this around. It's got a nice expandable handle here, and it's really lightweight as well. There's a small compartment on the front for last minute items, and there's also a larger expandable area for things that you might need to get to at the last minute as well. When you open it, you have a plastic zippered covered area, you have a mesh covered zippered area, and then you have this giant cavernous area for all the rest of your things. So one of the biggest questions out there is, how do you pack a suit or dress clothes or any clothing for that matter without having them come out all wrinkled? And my solution is really simple. It's in the form of really inexpensive wrapping tissue paper. Wrapping tissue paper is going to save you a lot of time and money. It's going to eliminate the need for you to iron your own clothing when you pull it out of the suitcase. Sometimes you can't even find an iron in your room, especially if you travel abroad. And you'll also have to schedule for somebody to come pick up your clothing and then drop it off again. And you're going to have a bill at the end of that. I'm eliminating the need for all of that. I'm working on a bed surface. This is really a great surface to work on because it gives you plenty of space to spread out and you can see everything that you're working on. This wrapping tissue paper is actually 20 by 30, and I'm laying it out lengthwise on my pair of trousers here. For a shorter person, we're folding it in thirds like this. We're just going to go ahead, make sure that we're taking the top of the pant, and we're going to make a crease here just like this. So we're going to make sure that everything is nice and even, and you can see it's still nicely pressed. Then we'll take our tissue paper, fold it under, and place this in the bag, just like this. If you're taller, you're going to start out the exact same way, but you're going to fold this into fourths. So this is going to come to the bottom, this waistband is going to come to the top, just like this. Now make sure that everything is nice and neat, and then this gets folded over like this. So now you have a package that looks like this. There are 5 pair of pants here, and there's a little space here right on the end which we're going to use for something else in the future. So still working on that bed surface, what we're going to do is button the first 3 buttons on this dress shirt. Then from that point we can go every other button until we reach the bottom. Now this is going to leave this dress shirt nice and flat while we pack it. Then we're going to flip it over just like this, making sure everything is nice and even. And then we could take another piece of this 20 by 30 tissue paper, laying it lengthwise on the shirt, and then we're going to fold this into thirds. So you could see here, I'm taking this and I'm folding it over in one direction, then I'm going to take the sleeve and I'm going to lay the sleeve just like this. So the sleeve is going to have a crease at the top. Then I could take the other side just like this, lay it nice and flat. And then the most important part about this is making sure that it's even from the collar on either side here. So this looks really good, and I'm just going to take this and I'm going to fold this in thirds as well, but I'm going to do it right above the cuff. So here comes the cuff, and then I can go this way, just like this. And when you flip it over to the other side, what you're going to see here is the area that you would see when you have your suit jacket on. So this is nice and crisp and even, and this gets placed into the suitcase just like this. So now I have 5 undershirts. The undershirts I'm just going to fold in half just like this. Bring in the sleeves and then fold these into thirds as well. And the great thing about these, I can roll them just like this. I'm not so worried about wrinkles with the undershirts. And they all just get placed in the bottom of this little empty area right at the end of the shirts. So whatever undergarments you have, you're just going to fold them into thirds, and then you can roll these as well and place these into the space near the undershirts. So now that we have 5 pair of pants, 5 shirts, 5 undershirts, and 5 undergarments, we need an extra pair of shoes. So the pair of shoes go into 1 bag each. You could save your old grocery bags and make sure that you place your shoes right in here like this so that nothing else gets dirty. And these get placed with the soles facing outside. Now I need to include 2 suit jackets. So I'm buttoning the front of the suit jackets and then I'm laying them face down on the bed. I'll take a piece of tissue paper lengthwise and I'm going to treat this very much the same way that I treated the shirts. So I'm just going to take the sleeves here, I'm going to fold this over, it's going to be folded over into thirds. Now here's our suit jacket here, but one thing that I'm going to do additionally here is add a secondary piece of tissue paper. Once I do that, I could go ahead and just fold it in half, and then this whole thing can lay directly over the entire suitcase along the top. I'm just doing this in opposite directions, so I have a collar on one end and a collar on the other end, and I'm just going to go ahead and tuck this in. Now at this point, everything is going to pull out of this suitcase nice and wrinkle-free. I can go ahead and I can strap all of this in place and have everything remain exactly where it needs to be, so it's not going to shift around and get wrinkled. This is perfectly packed on the larger area. Now let's address the smaller area. I save the mesh for socks, and all I do here is lay them one on top of the other and then roll them up just like this. I can slide them into this mesh part. So even though this space is moisture resistant, I don't like to put liquid items in here. What I'm doing, I'm putting any non-liquid items that you need during your stay in this space and then zipping this up. So before we button this up, there's also room for a pair of jeans in case you need to get casual one night, and also a couple pair of shorts in case you'd like to get a couple of workouts in. You're going to be wearing sneakers on the plane, so this is going to work out perfectly, and then we can go ahead, zip this up. And the great thing about this bag too is that it's expandable, so if you need some extra room, you've got about an inch more space if you need it. Now you could purchase a bag like this for your liquids, but to tell you the truth, I really like the Ziploc bags better. It really makes a nice seal, and it's cheap and easy, and you can just put it right into this front pocket and zip it up and have really easy access. Now that I have 1 week's of work clothes packed in one single bag along with all travel essentials, I'm going to put a tag on it to make sure that someone else doesn't pick it up by mistake. Now let's start packing for a week or more. I have 9 pair of pants, 7 short sleeve shirts, 5 long sleeve shirts, and an all-weather jacket, along with a pair of sneakers that I'm going to get inside this bag nice and comfortably. The secret is compression bags. Now compression bags work so well. If you have things folded properly, you can get a ton of clothing inside a single bag like this, and I'll show you how. I really like using the largest size here, and I have this laid out on the bed next to where I'm folding so that I have a good reference as to how big my shirts need to be eventually. So I'm starting out here with the short sleeve shirts. I'm going to fold these the same way that I folded the other ones. So this is also going into thirds. So I'm just going to go ahead like this and fold them all nice and neat. Now that I have everything folded the way I'd like it, I'm going to go ahead, slip my hand underneath the pile of clothing. Then this is nice and open. I can get this around the folded shirts and get these in here nice and neat, just the way they were when they sat on the bed. So each bag is equipped with a little slider like this, and all we're going to do is press the air out of here. Now that it's sealed, I could take the bag, take the clothing, and just get all of the air out of here. So I've got a knee on it, and this is really why a bed surface is a great way to go, because you can get all your body weight on top of it. It's just the right height. Now I'm going to take that same bag, pull it out, look at that, super compressed, and now this is going directly into the bottom of the bag. So 10 pair of socks go in this ventilated area, and then all the undergarments go into this plastic zippered area. Now I have a pair of packable sneakers. They actually compress really well, and these are going in the sides here of all of these space bags. So with the suitcase being packed this full, I only use the expandable area for all of these items. So I've got everything going in here, including all of the liquids and a belt. And now that everything's packed, I can come back and I can zip up this expandable portion just to make it a little bit smaller. This packed bag will have all of your travel essentials in one convenient spot. The great thing about this is you'll have plenty of outfit choices to last you a week or longer. And if you add an extra bag to it, which every airline allows you to carry a personal item, I'll show you what that setup looks like too. Now this personal item bag slips directly over the handle in the back here, and you know what? It's great for ladies because you can put all of your makeup and hair curling accessories directly inside this bag, and this fits underneath the seat in front of you. The best part about this project is that I have links to all these products on my website, on my shop page, so you could do the exact same thing in your home. Happy travels to you. This is Renee Romeo of ReneeRomeo.com, and if you enjoyed watching this video or know of anyone that really could benefit from watching this, please share it with them. And as always, like, subscribe, and follow. I would so appreciate it. Till next time, thanks for watching.